Welcome back, guys. Today is a big day because I want to discuss a lot of different things with you guys when it comes to Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. And yes, you are watching some Batman Arkham. And there's a lot of different things that are going to be talked about. So I would say go get something to drink, get a snack, and lock in for this video because I'm going to take my time and hopefully give you guys some inspiration. That's the best I'm going to offer here, and we'll discuss what that is as we go forward. So, right before Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League releases, I go ahead and recorded this to share some really good perspective and the possibilities of a great future for us gamers when it comes to the DC games. And the title of this video is The Biggest DC Game. And we'll talk about what that is and how we're going to go from here. But we're going to take you through a journey and a storyline that I think can help you understand my perspective and then also have your own perception as well, because perspective and perception are two different things. Perception is your view, perspective is the bigger view, a little more absolute. With that being said, we're watching the grand finale of the Arkham series, and a lot of spoilers for this series, and of course the Suicide Squad. It won't be many spoilers, but everything that has been confirmed officially, trailers and things that they've talked about, I will be discussing and helping you guys put it all together so you can know what's coming. That being said, let's go. Okay, so Bruce Wayne ends up getting exposed. They find out who he is. So he decides to make a grand plan, walk in with his Batman suit and his car right in front of his mansion with all of the news reporters there knowing this. And as we all know, he's a very methodical, planning every detail. Why would he plan what you're watching before you is the question that you got to ask yourself. He's going to kill Alfred and himself. Why would he do this? Of course, he wouldn't do this. But to deceive the media and to show his own face wearing the Batman suit, his whole building destroys. Of course, it doesn't hurt anybody else. I mean, an explosion like this would probably kill a couple people blocks away. And it's very constructed specifically to keep him alive. As you can see here, Batman on fire to the ashes. And there's a lot of storyline there. We're not going to go down the Arkham series, but I want you to hold on to this ending and saying, wow, Batman is not dead. Batman is still alive. He talks to the one and only Gordon and says, it's done. Gotham is safe. And we think, okay, great, perfect. What does he mean by that? And then he goes into the mansion, it explodes. Gordon breaks the bat symbol. It's over, supposedly, or is it? And so a lot of discussions about that. That's not what we're here to talk about. I just want you to hold on to that for a little while as we dive into what the one and the only series that we are here to talk about and break down into depth. There's going to be some trailers from the official reveal of Suicide Squad here, and you should be able to enjoy yourself along the way. And in this trailer, one of the key things that I want to kind of help you guys note is, first of all, Suicide Squad is a bigger game than you think. And I mean a humongous game. And it's setting up the future for all DC games, in my opinion. And I'll just spoil it ahead of time, but we're going to reveal a lot of different things, so you want to stick around. But I'll just go ahead and spoil it with one word. Elseworlds. If you don't know what Elseworlds is, consider it the multiverses for the DC universe. Consider it, other dimensions or planets where there's variations of each hero or villain. Just whole other existing universes within this game. So with that in mind, you're looking at the Suicide Squad, checking out the Justice League, and there's plenty to kind of speculate here. And there's a lot of speculation, and my speculation is very straightforward, which we'll get into in a second here. But just keep Elseworlds in mind, and the possibility is endless, okay? And so just to give you guys a couple of ideas, for example, where my mindset can go on all this, is this even the real Suicide Squad? Are they just variants from the Elseworld? Or are they the real ones in the Elseworld, and the end of the game, you find out you were in a different planet completely, not the one that you thought you knew? Right? There's plenty of different ways the surprise ending can be revealed. The biggest one that I want to talk about is to do with Batman. And it's very important. He is the biggest IP that they have, in my opinion. Personally, I love him the most, but maybe I'm biased. But definitely a big time hero. And, you know, Superman, Flash, Wonder Woman are great, but he is the pillar. So Suicide Squad, just to take you on a journey, just in case you didn't know, in this game, get hired to stop Brainiac, but they can't do that without taking out the Justice League, because the Justice League are being controlled by Brainiac. So you're going to spend the whole game trying to take out the Justice League. Very cool. And it can get very crazy. In itself, you can see all types of villains and all types of heroes because of the Elseworld mechanic that they have in this game. And it's already confirmed that you will be going to Elseworlds very often. And each of the Elseworlds are themed around different heroes or villains. So that is yet to be seen on where that's going to go and how that's going to play out. Of course, that's story spoilers. And note, when I made this video, if you're watching this later, I have not played the finale of this game. I only played the very first 3 chapters, and they don't reveal anything of what I'm saying to you when it comes to what's possible. But they do reveal Batman being possessed and him killing off an innocent person, which isn't like Batman. So I believe that that is a variant from an Elseworld. Okay. Secondly, same thing with Superman and all these other guys, most likely. We did see Wonder Woman in these trailers. She looks like the real deal. Like, she's not possessed by Brainiac, and she's the real Justice League member and not from the Elseworlds. So the mix and blend is getting blurry for people. They don't know where they are, what they're doing, and it's insane. And Brainiac having this ability to create Elseworlds and to basically transfer different people from different places can take this game to the next level. The possibilities are literally endless, and you can start creating your own ideas from your favorite DC characters or games and say, man, they could make me visit that game specifically, which would be amazing, right? Well, let's just talk about one character, which you saw in the beginning, a little foreshadowing, Batman. Now, Batman ends up having to give up his normal life. And in those games, which I'm not going to go show footage, but it seems like there's some alternate Batman, let's just say. And you can watch it and end up enjoying that little mystery. But he's pretty evil, and it's kind of like a Scarecrow version. And we're not going to give him a name yet, because this game right here, Justice League, Kill the Justice League, does not have an actual confirmation. But what I'm suggesting is that right after Batman ends up doing everything you saw in the beginning of this video, faking his death, he finds out about Brainiac's plan and understands that these Elseworlds are a big threat and he has to stop them. And that is where he joins the Justice League. And actually, in the beginning of this game, you see how the Justice League was created. In these trailers, they kind of showcase a little bit, but I actually played it and they explain it in there. They came together and then they helped save a bunch of stuff. But what I'm saying is that when he joined the Justice League, he said, look, there's Elseworlds. We have to make a stop. This is the biggest threat that we have in our society, and we have to do something about it. Okay. And that is where all of this starts to unfold. into the Arkham series. Okay. It's going to be very important at the end of this game where you, the player, are playing as a Suicide Squad and you're trying to save the world. You're destroying different parts of the Elseworlds. You're stopping Brainiac along the way, but then he becomes too powerful, and this is where you need help. And you end up in an Elseworld trying to take out Brainiac, and guess who's there? The Justice League. All right, and now this is speculation, but the principle here is creating a situation where the real Justice League come out and help save the day. Or you help rescue. This is the biggest one that I wanted to really talk about. The Suicide Squad helps rescue the Justice League. And that is the crazy twist in this game. All right. It's called Kill the Justice League. And throughout the game, you're trying to do that. By the time you reach the end, you end up having to rescue the real version of the Justice League, and they help you shut Brainiac and all the Elseworld threats down. But again, that resets a lot, and then you can go from there and create other video games like the Batman Arkham series. You can bring it back with an older Bruce, or maybe have him sacrifice himself. And the way I like to think about Bruce in this game, if I was the writer for Bruce specifically, I would make it like he knew what was going to happen, and he knew the only way he can save everything is if he sacrifices himself. And there you go. That'll be the end of Bruce for real on screen for those who want that. Personally, I'd rather him stay alive, and I would like to see him be a mentor to the future protectors. And that's where Rocksteady will announce that they are making another game in the Arkham universe with an older Batman mentoring the younger guys. Or they can flip the whole script. Since the Justice League got rescued by the Suicide Squad, we can get a Justice League video game by Rockstar. Whatever you want. And the point is, I'm not making a suggestion for one or the other. I'm just throwing the possibilities to help inspire your thinking on what should or shouldn't come. Okay? I don't have the answers. You know, we all are playing a guessing game, and it's really up to DC as a whole. Whoever's in charge of allowing whatever creative possibilities to come. But I do believe the fact that they opened up Elseworlds and Suicide Squad, this to me is the most pivotal game. If done right, can be the most pivotal game in this DC universe for the foreseeable future. And we'll come back to this game and remember that they opened up the door for Elseworlds, which opened the door for whatever game we might enjoy going forward. So now, with that in mind, I don't want to hold you guys for too long, but I did want to point out that, you know, what you feel or you think is right isn't always right. And I hate to say that for a video because people will be like, oh, he's trying to trigger people. Yes, I want to trigger you to think and to not feel, right? Should Batman die because he was faked his death and now he saves the world and then he really dies in this game? Should he stay alive and mentor others? And would you like that type of game? Would you like a game where you don't really play as Batman much? He's only a mentor? Or do you want another Batman game and he never gets old because he has some serum? I don't know what your theory is. You get me? So it's tough because they have to reboot the series at some point. And this is where the big bang of what I'm talking about and what I think could be the biggest way that they can do it for the Suicide Squad game. Whatever happens in here in this game, by the end, the main thing that I think you should think about and care about is that they reset everything. Think of this game as the reset button for everything. So maybe they can just reboot the original series and remake all the ones so that nobody will cry that they changed anything. Or maybe they say, you know what, we're just going to start a new Batman, a younger version, or whatever the case may be. Okay. And again, we don't have control. We're just the players, but we can speak our minds and maybe we can inspire a developer and say, you know what, that's a great idea. And maybe I'll make a video breaking down what I would want specifically. This video is kind of generalizing things to hopefully spark some thoughts and kind of give Suicide Squad a little bit of life when it comes to the story, and the hope that they can utilize all of this game when it comes to the Elseworlds. And it's funny because I actually played this game, and looking at all the characters, I really thought they were all just the original characters. But now I'm feeling like, for example, we're looking at Flash. It's not the original Flash. This is an Elseworld version of him. It makes way more sense now, more than ever. It changed everything for me. And so super hyped, super excited. I should put Elseworld in the title, but that's a spoiler for my video, right? That's all we got to say. And we're going to make a funny thing. If you made it this long, all right, I want you to put Elseworld, son, at the end at your comment. All right. Even if that's all you want to write, that's all you got to write. Just put Elseworld, son. So anytime somebody comes at you, make sure you say Elseworld, son. I don't like this game. I don't like looter shooters. Elseworld, son. Wow. They brought back a bad Joker that don't look like Joker. Elseworld, son. How is Batman shooting people and hurting people? Elseworld, son. Oh, they got the Justice League as the bad guys. This is so stupid. Elseworld, son. You know, and just go down that line on everything. And I'm not joking. I know that it's funny, but I really think this is going to be my new saying when I play this game. It's just going to be Elseworld, son. And so have fun with it. The multiverse begins, right? And just another terminology. You don't know what multiverse is, you know, many planets, many parallel universes and things like that. Okay. So anyways, that's what I got for you guys. I hope y'all enjoyed this one I've been holding on to for a while, and I didn't want to release this until right before the release of the game. Give everybody a little bit of thoughts. Share your thoughts and opinions. Again, there's nothing wrong with your story. Whatever storyline you feel is best, that's what you feel is best for you. That's what you want to see. You want to see a young Bruce? You want to see an old Bruce? You want to see a reboot, remakes, remasters, whatever it is? Just put it in the comments. Share what you like. I don't have a say in this. I'm just trying to give the community a platform and enjoy myself along the way with the DC universe. All right. I'll see y'all on the next one. Go ahead and watch these tutorial videos that I have and guides and stuff like that on this channel. We appreciate you. Peace.